All right, first thing first, we got this shield right here we got to remove. Now this shield has different clips and some of them be missing. They got these little things in here, those be missing. Now what it is supposed to be like this right here. See, these little clips, what you want to do is get you a little screwdriver or something. You pop it in just like that, and then the clip will, try to do this with one hand, pop right out. That's all it is. Let's do that again. There's one, that little center circle. Pop it down. You don't push down a lot, just a little bit, just like that. Let me get my other screwdriver, and then picks right out, just like that. All right. So you got those. Look around here. Now this one. Oops, this. I see it. There it is. Okay. Right here. All right. Now these, somebody pushed them in too far, and they're gone. So they actually gonna come right out. And I got those over here, and over here. Now this shouldn't be here. This should be one of these. So let's put this on here. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do in a second with that. Now this clip right here, there is a tool to do this, but what I like to do is just, the thing is loose already. Stick the screwdriver right between there, and you pop that little center tab up, just like that. And then the piece will come out of there. Sometimes it's hard working with these gloves, man. Dang it. All right, pop that piece right out. All right. So let's get the rest of those out. And as I take them out, and check it out, I got the truck. And this is what you want to do. This is great. This is great. Even if you have to use the ground, use the ground. Let's back this up a little bit. Every time you take off a part on a car, you make yourself an imaginary line. So I'm gonna put these clips right here, and I'm gonna get the rest of them. And you put them down on the line. So when you go to put stuff back together, you just follow the line from the other end and go back together. I do not like when I see guys with parts everywhere and bolts everywhere and all that. And just, you know, it's kind of messy. So we're gonna do it that way. All right, let's get the rest of these clips out. Again, and you see the rest of them is out. It's just these little tabs. Push them down, pop them down, pop them down. And I guess since you're here, you might as well stay here for the rest of it. And then these things are gonna come right up. And then you see this piece right here, the whole thing will come up. Take that off and put it to the side. We'll be right back. All right, we got that up. The next thing we're gonna do, let's jack this car up and let's get it up on some jack stands. All right, there's Jack. I heard you over there barking. Come here, you mutt. Come here. Over there barking like you lost your mind. All right, we'll be right back. All right, we got the car jacked up and on jack stands. I'm gonna show you that in a minute. And here's the funky part about this car. You see this bar right here? This holds on to the hood latch. And it goes down, and you can see it go down there under. See, that's a problem. So, grab our screwdrivers, and you might want to get you a pair of wire cutters or something. Maybe these. Let's get up under the car. Here we go. Let's get up under here. As you can see, I got the car up on jack stands. You do not want one of these things weighing so much weight coming down on you. And I got the emergency brakes locked in. All right, let's look straight up. See this shield right here? It's got to come out. In order for this shield to come out, you got a bunch of clips, and half of them is missing. And here's one of them right here. So with this one, I just take my wire cutters. Don't cut it. Pull it. Just grab it a little bit and pull it right out, just like that. All right, you're gonna have those, and let's get right back here. It's kind of messed up in here. You're gonna have a bunch of these right here, and those are the ones you put the screwdriver in there, twist it till it pops out, and it'll pop right out. All right, now you got those. Here's half of these are missing, and you got this one over here. Notice I didn't cut it. I just put it in, squeeze it a little bit, and then you pop it right out. Now sometimes you see that little piece come out right there. That's all right. You can actually pull on that, it'll come out. I'm gonna we'll just take a screwdriver and finish taking that out just like that. Now, that ain't the only one. You gotta go all around the bottom here. And pop those out. Just like that. And that's why I got these right here. Just grab it. Pull it down. And that piece will come right out of there. Now, not only that, but that little piece is also, that big piece also comes around, and you're gonna have, this one's missing one over here. You got one right here. You gotta pop the little screwdriver out, and on the other side. All right, let's get those out, and then we'll pull this out. Right back. All right, we got our clips out. Let's get all our clips from under here. And we know that's the second part. So we do it, go over here. And our clips, and then don't mix them with those clips. Now they go next in line. All right, let's get back up under here. And the shield, drop right out just like that. Okay, let's put that to the side. Now here's that bar. Here's that bar I was telling you about that's going way up there. And that sucks, because that looks like even unbolting that, it's gonna hit the bumper. Maybe it'll clear just enough, which is good. Alright, that's good. Now I go up here. Wow, this thing's leaking like crazy. Alright, let's get us some tools down here so we can get this thing out of here. Right back. Alright, the next step we're going to do, we're going to remove this bumper. First, what I want you to do is go around. You're going to see some clips. The same clips right there on both sides. So we're going to get our flat screwdriver. And again, go inside, pop it out just like that. And it'll pop right out. So we're going to remove this one, and then we're going to go around to the other side. And this one has 3 on it. We're going to remove those 3. So let's get our screwdriver. And this one's already loose. I'm not even sure. You saw I pop that out there? That's how we're going to do it. Pop that centerpiece right out there. And now I don't have to pop it out all the way. Just enough. Then we're going to get our wire cutters and pull them out the rest of the way. Alright, so let's get that done. I'll be right back. Alright, got all your clips out. Now, let's go up underneath the car again. Now, let me get a light right here. And you see where there's the tire. And there's the fender right there. Let me move this cardboard over a little bit. Show you the location where we are. We are right here under this. There's 2 10 millimeter bolts, 1 bolt and 1 nut right there. All right. So what I got here is a deep 10 with my 3/8 drive stubby ratchet. And I got a 1/4 inch drive, just so. I don't know, just so. Alright, got my little handy dandy light. Get you a little stream light, one of these. These things are cool. Alright, let's go up under here and let's look for those bolts. Right there. You see them right there? There's 2 of them. That's holding that fender in place. Right there. So, see if I can keep this light held up there. And might need an extension. Looks like I should have got an extension. And if that wasn't, matter of fact, I might be able, let me get a long extension. And that one over there can get a swivel on. Let me see. Make sure you see these bolts I'm talking about now. Right over here. So there's one, and there's two. Alright, so see if I can get this light wedged up in there. And be right back. Alright, check it out. This is what I got. Now you can probably get something better. I got a universal joint right here. It's 1/4 inch drive. I can't find my 3/8, but if you got a 3/8, that'd be perfect. Deep 10mm socket. I got a 12-inch extension and about a 6 or 7-inch extension. Now you can probably figure something better, but you're gonna need about 17 inches, a universal, and a deep socket. All right. So let's get our stubby ratchet right here. I'm gonna hook it on together. And I'm gonna get, yeah, that's why I've got this rock in my back. Do it yourself is rule. Alright, let's get up in there. Alright, here we go. There's our deep right there. So let's just get that on there. Alright. Now we're gonna get that one off. And the one way back there. It's kind of difficult to get to, but there it is. Alright, I'm gonna get this off and we'll be right back. Alright, we got our nut and got our bolt. Let's get up into there. And I'm gonna show you. You can look up there, you can see them gone. And we're ready. See that? Let me go show you on the outside. See? Already. There we go. There's where the nut goes, and that's where the bolt goes. So we got that done. But we ain't done yet though. So let's slide our cardboard over to the other side. And let's get our flashlight. Let's get up here. And there's our other two right there. Now you could probably remove the inner shield right here and get to them a lot easier, but heck, you got two right there. 1 and 2. Alright, so same socket setup. Let's get those two off and we'll be right back. I want to show you something real quick. I just bent that thing out the way a little bit, the wheel well, and you notice how I able to get my ratchet up there, and I got me a 1/4 inch, I mean a 3/8 drive 10mm swivel socket. So pulling that back a little bit, I can get to both of them bolts even better. So just to let you know that. And let me see if this bolt's loose. Yeah, it's kind of loose. Got it. Alright, got one. Now let's get out deep and get that 10mm nut off. Alright, we'll be right back. Okay, we got everything out. Here's our two 10mm bolts and the two nuts. Alright, as you can see, go over here. Get it from under its cover. We're looking good. Alright, let's go put these on the side of the truck. You can see it's really starting to snow out here. But I ain't giving up. I ain't no punk. And now we're gonna let's unbolt the rest of this thing. And from where it looks like we got a 10mm bolt here. And what sucks about this is this bolt, this bracket and everything, this is bolted right along to that. Looks like two 10mm bolts on each side. So we're gonna get that out of there. So let's get our air ratchet set up to take this off. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, got a 3/8 drive air ratchet, 10mm socket, Now, the bolts we want to take off is 1, other side 2, 3, 4, and we inside of here. 5 and 6. Alright? Instead of removing the thing off there, you got time for that. Let's get that and move that thing out of there. Alright, let's get those bolts out. Right back. Alright, we got our 6 bolts out. All of them are the same size. Let's go put this over in line. Now, this is where you're gonna bring out that manly man in you. Or that womanly in you. Alright, what you're gonna do, make sure you can back this up over here so you can see that all the bolts are loose. This is going to come up, grab our little fender, pop it out of place. Let's go over here and get our other side out of place. There we go. Just like that. Do not take it off, people. Don't pull it off. That's why you're watching the video, so you can listen to me to do this. All right, now down here you got a wiring harness down here. See that? So what you want to do is go down here and get this see a little tab right there. Well, yeah, we're gonna get this out like this. Get this around like that, and there's another tab over there, which we're gonna just get our, just pull that. So there's a little clip right there. Let's get a screwdriver over here on this. Here we go. All right, let's get us a little screwdriver. Where we at? There we go. We need to pop that clip out of there. Now watch this. Look at this. Good. You got a good angle at this. You see that? There's a little tab right there that you got to put the screwdriver in. You can pop that loose. If not, as you can see, just pull the whole thing right out of there. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get something to pull that out right back. All right, get yourself some long needle nose pliers. I'm gonna use these. These are hose pliers, but they'll work the same too. So I'm gonna get back down there. Make sure I'm grabbing the clip, not the wires. And you watch that little piece right there pull right out. Yeah, it'll pull right out. All right, now we got everything separated from it. Now you're gonna disconnect the little sensor right there. That's part of this harness. We'll disconnect that, just like that. Now, let's set the camera up over here again. And watch me. Grab it. The whole thing out just like that. See it? I know. Junk, ain't it? These cars are junk. Not this, just top. All these new cars. All right, now that we got that off, this is the bar I was telling you about. This is the bar. And what we're gonna do is take this whole thing. We're gonna unplug this right here. It's got a little tab right there. Just squeeze down and unplug it. Now we got 10mm bolts right here. 1, 2, and go up under here. Now we got this off. We're gonna have to pull this harness off of here. Then you got 3 and 4. Alright, so let's get our 10mm thing and get that off. Alright, got my 1/2" drive gun with a reducer, 1/2" to 3/8, 4" drive 3/8 extension, and a 10mm deep socket. You can use a regular one. I just want to do this to make it quick. Alright, first, down here, this bracket, you got 2 10mm bolts. Right there, let's get these out of here. Alright, let's go up on top. And you got the 2 up here. Now, what you want to do is, you got our bolts. hold them in your hand. This bracket, see this bracket right here? Bracket's gonna swing out of the way. This sucks. This bracket is not swinging out of the way. And that's gonna suck. So, we're gonna do something real funny here. We're gonna remove. Dang it, am I really gonna do that? Am I really gonna remove this bumper? Am I really gonna do that? Yeah, let's get these bolts, and we're gonna put these bolts on the side over here. Now you see this big bar right here? Front bumper? Man, it sucks. If you look inside there, inside these 4 holes, you can see some bolts down here. They look like they're about 13 millimeter. Now I see why there's no videos on YouTube for this car. Alright. They are 13 millimeter. So, got my 1/2-inch gun already up here. Let's take these. Now this is a good time to have yourself a magnet, because the bolts are in there. All right, let's go to this side, get these 4 out. Now before I take that last one out, I notice we got little covers here, little shields. Some clips on them, so you just go over here, take my wire cutters and just pop them right out, just like that. One on this side. Okay, let it hang there. Now as I take this last bolt out, it looks like this thing's going to drop. So what I'm going to do, it's pretty light. This is supposed to protect you. So I'm going to take the last bolt out. Alright, see if it comes off. There it is, right there. There's all our bolts. Make sure you got 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. This one goes to the bumper. Alright, so we're going to put this over here to the side. Put our bolts up here. And now, this thing is fun. Okay, there we go. We'll lean this right over here. Set it down to the side. Whew, man. Now the condenser is bolted to the radiator by 2 10mm bolts. One on each side. One over here and one over here. But we're not worried about that yet. What we need to do now is take out this. You know what we're going to do? Let's unbolt this so this thing can lean over a little bit. Or something. You know what? Forget that. Tell you what, let's do it. Let's take off our 2 10mm bolts. Let's hold this condenser in. Right, you notice the little brackets, and it says one says L and one says Aura. So we're gonna take them off. We set them down on the ground right now. And just pick our condenser up. And you can see, look right over here, and the condenser goes into a slot into the radiator. So you gotta do that on both sides. And this one's going to be kind of difficult. And I'm hoping not to have him to. That's because, of course, it is actually bolted to the radiator. If you look right over here, right down through here, there's a bolt going in there and bolted to the radiator. So let's find out what side that bolt is. We'll be right back. All right, now right between down here, there's a little bolt in there. That's an 8mm or 5/16. And I got a 1/4" drive ratchet with an 8mm socket. And I'm gonna get in there. And it's gonna be hard to hold that in place. So what I'm gonna do, I got a pry bar here, or you can get a little screwdriver, long screwdriver. And you just wanna use that to hold up against the ratchet while you loosen it up. Why they put that little bolt there, I don't know. I have no idea. But we gotta take that bolt out. So you can see it's time consuming. Alright, we'll get that bolt out and we'll be right back. Alright, you can see I got the bolt out right here. Actually, it's a self-tapping screw, actually. And that looks like you can use a Torx also. I didn't notice that. But let's set that down. Now, you're supposed to disconnect the condenser and recharge the system. But what we're going to try to do is do that without doing that. We can also save the customer some money. So, now let's see if we got some play right here, which of course we do. There it is. There it is, right there. Now, if I take this out, see how it hangs? You want to avoid that. You want to avoid any kind of pressure on those lines. So what we're going to do, now notice what I'm doing over here. Look at this. Look at this now. I'm taking this just a little bit. I'm putting a little pressure on it to pull these lines out just a little bit. I'm leaving that up in place. Now what I'm going to do here is get me a jack stand. I ain't got to worry about that side. I just want to worry about this side. Now before we do that, let me know you bolts we took out right there. Let's set them back. Put them in the radiator so we know that's exactly where they go. What's this? He been in a long time. Ugh. Alright. Now, let's go over here. What we're going to do is set our radiator out, set our condenser out just like that. Set it up on something. And our bolt over here looks like it's kind of difficult to get to put it back into place. So I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to put that on the radiator, on the cart that's in line. Alright. We're looking pretty good here. Because here's the radiator. Next thing we're going to do is, I don't know what the heck we're going to do. You know what, let's make it easy for us. Let's take out the two brackets right here. Let's hold this radiator in place.
What size bolts are those?
Oh, yeah, sure. 10mm bolts. I'm using the 10mm deep. You can use a shallow. I'm using a gun. Alright. There you go, on top of things, huh? Alright, these brackets can't be confused. Not that you can't be.
Why is that?
They're going to sit in one place. You see, they got a little clip, a little hanger on them. Oh, whatever you want to call it. They hook, latch right into one place, so you can't confuse them. Alright, so we're going to take those up. Set them down for a minute. And what we're going to do is put our bolts back in place, back in here. So we know those bolts go right there. Now, radiator should be able to, a little bit of motion there, slide. That's good. The next thing we're going to do, let's get us a drain pan, and we'll be right back. All right, we got our drain pan up under there, but we're not ready yet. Check this out. Let's make this a little easy, even for us. See this bar right here? Let's get this bar out the way. First of all, you got a little cover right here. It's not the battery. So over here, you got a little tab right here. Push that tab in. One on this side. Pick that up. That's going to give us access, just enough clearance for that bolt. And if we have to, we can probably take that cover off and get it out the way. And then we got a bolt right here. We're going to just move the this to the side just a little bit, just to get that bolt out of there. If you have to, I'll drop that too. I don't care. Now over this side, got the 2 bolts. We got our air cleaner in the way. So we're gonna do it over here. Snap our bolts loose. And you can see it's starting to come up. Let's get us a 5/16. Let's screwdriver. Let's set this over here to the side. Ain't gonna need that no more. And that all that gonna come up. Let's unplug our mass airflow. Squeeze the little clip in, pull it out. All right, let's get us a screwdriver and loosen that up. All right, we're over here. Let's get this thing, get this clamp loosened up. All right, use our screwdriver to break the seal off of it. There we go. There we go. And hold this out of the way. And let's set this camera up so we can get a good look at this. And pull this thing out of there. All right. We got it set up here. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lean this over to the side. Be careful not to touch the condenser. Very important not to. All right, let's get this cover out of the way. Let's unhook our oil filler cap. Turn it clockwise, counterclockwise, till it pops open. And get that whole top off of there. All right, let's get this thing off of there. Pick it up. Pull it out of the way. There you go. Get that off. And as you can see, we got our computer over here. Now if you want, there's a bolt. See how that bolt's right there in the way of that computer? So what we're going to do is just pick the computer up, lean it to the side. Now we can get to our bolts. All right. Looks like about a 15 millimeter. Let's check that out. We'll be right back. All right. You know what? This little thing's going to be in my way. You know what? Let's go over here. Looks like we got a 10 millimeter bolt and a 10 millimeter nut. Let's get those out of the way. I ain't going to sit here and kill ourselves. Let's buzz them off. Okay. Wait a minute. Is there another one somewhere? Let's go up here. Dang it, yes it is. Right over here in the wheel well, right over there. Can you believe that mess? Hey, this looks like it's already popped out. Let's move this over here. Okay, there we go, right there. Get this clip, because we're going to need this. Alright. So let's buzz this out. Alright. Got that one. Alright. There we go. As long as this thing is kind of loose, yeah, then I can get to it. Surprised that bottle still didn't come out, but that's good enough. Alright, let's get our bolts here. With that and put that in line. Man, we got a long line right here. But that's all good. Alright, 15 millimeter. What I'm going to do is break these loose first. All 4 of these. So, 15 millimeter 3/8 drive, and I got me my long ratchet so I get enough leverage on it. That's all I want to do is break them loose. Okay, and then we can swing this one over a little bit. Yeah, it's a little difficult to get to, but there it is. Now that I got that, now I'm going to use a 15 millimeter 13, 14, and where is it? Here we go. I'm gonna use this swivel. I'm gonna use my 3/8 drive, 4-inch extension, and I already got my adapter from 1/2 inch to 3/8 on my gun. Let's go over and take them bolts out. All right. Matter of fact, I got my extension here. I might not even need it. Gives me a lot more leverage. Okay. There's two. I'm gonna set them right down outside the air filter casing over here. 3. 4. All right. Let's get them out. Let's set this down for a minute. Wow, that didn't happen. You get a little pry bar here. Let's see if this thing can. You know, it's weird. This thing looks like it's supposed to pick right up. It slides. There we go. Right. As you can see, there we go. But what I'm gonna do is before I take that out, I don't like for bolts to be around everywhere. I'm gonna just stick the 4 bolts back into it. Take a note which way it's facing. Notice I got a little lip right here. So that little lip, make sure it's going to be facing towards you, toward the front of the car. Put these bolts in it. And we're going to set it down here on the bumper. In front of the bumper. Because that's next in line. So I know I go back that way. That gives us easy access to this radiator, as you can see. Shabooby. What do you say? What's this?
Shapoopy.
Shapoopy, yeah. All right, next. We got our drain pan right up under here. Let's put our drain pan up under there. And what we're gonna do is now remove this upper radiator hose. You got that funny little clamp. Let's get us a pair of vice grips. Squeeze that clamp together. Bring it back. Yeah, see? That's where it was leaking from too. Unless somebody tried to change the hose and they broke it. Alright. So we're good with that. The next thing I want to do is on the fan. Put this over here. First thing I want to do, you got connectors on the fans. Just squeeze the clips in. Somebody had that disconnected. Squeeze that clip in and you want to unplug it. Wow. That's a mess right there. You know what, let me get a pair of something. I'll be right back. Alright. Got a pair of hose pliers here. Because the hose pliers, I like they get into places and they can squeeze that clip like just like that, and I should be able to unplug it. Oh, wow. Okay, got that one off. Let's get this other one. Okay, we got that off. Now down here you see it's got that little plastic retainer in there. So I'm gonna just grab it and just try to pull that retainer out of there. In fact, let me get a pair of wire snips to be done. Alright, get our wire snips in there. course, it's not gonna. Dang it. All right, back to the board. Okay, let's turn this like this. Let's turn it like this. Okay, there we go. Pop right out of there. All right. You got two 10mm bolts, one right here and one on the other side between the lines. So what we're gonna do is get our 3/8 drive in ratchet, 4-inch extension, 3/8 drive, and I got a swivel 10mm 3/8 drive socket. So it'll be a lot easier to get to. So we got one over here. Okay. And one over here. Careful not to drop that bolt. Okay. Got both my bolts. Now fan. See this little clip right up here in the center? So we can get this little flat screwdriver. Where you get the screwdriver at? Oh, there you go. Alright, get this little flat screwdriver. Pop that clip right up. So that fan loosen up. Now remember that clip. And you know, of course, this thing alright, looks like you can see right over here there's another 10mm bolt down below. Can you see right there?
Yes.
Here, matter of fact, pass me the camera. You can see. Right there, where my finger's pointing, there's a 10mm bolt down there. So, looks like it's holding on to the lines. So let's see if my ratchet can get down there, or I might have to take off the extension. Okay. There's a bolt right there. And what I want to do, I got the other bolts in my pocket here. It looks like all three of them are exactly the same. So now let's see if our radiator fan. Nope. Nope, because there is another clip, it seems like, right dead center, which is alright. So that means I should be able to pull right out of that clip. Okay. Well, looks like we got another wire over here. Another retainer. And what I'm going to do here is see if I can disconnect this one a little bit better. Just unhook that. Right now, get our fan up out of there. There we go. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, let's start from the top. We got the little hose that's going to the expansion tank. It's got one of those little clips. I got my little vice grips up here. Squeeze that little clamp. Together and get that off of there some kind of way. I might replace that. That looks like it's, oh, that thing is broken, that's why. It's like, what the heck, man? Did somebody try to do this or something? Tell you what. We'll just put a new clamp up there. Alright. Let's push this over to the side. And if you let it hang down, fluid is going to come out of it. So you want to try to keep it somewhere on the side. The next, you see these right here? Now you see a lot of people saying there's a special tool to get that off it. You don't have to worry about that, because the new radiator should come with a bag of new clips, new rings in it, so you don't have to worry about that. So what I want you to do, you're gonna have to zoom in on this. I'm gonna show you how to take them off. All right, first of all, get a screwdriver. You want just that little plastic ring right there. Pop that right back. Now there's a little clip right inside there. Matter of fact, before I take that clip out, let me get another pan that catch some transmission fluid. I'll be right back. All right, now there's a little clip in that there. Well, I got a little pick. You want to find the opening. And if not, just want to try to get in there with the pick. And the tool does make it easy, but if you ain't got the tool, you just ain't got the tool. You want to find the opening in this thing. Just pick that thing right up there. You see how I got that? Just pop that clip right off. There's that clip. Alright? Now you want to go down. It looks like the bottom was already pulled off. So we're going to try to get in there and find the one to the bottom. And that one's a little bit more difficult to get to. These clips are not that, the top one ain't that bad, but this bottom one, to get in there is a little difficult. Alright, I'm going to fight this for a minute, and I'll be right back. Alright, we got the clips out. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to start from the bottom one, and once you get that clip out, get these lines out of the way, they just pull right out. And I got this little thing right here is blocking my way from actually getting them to come out right. So let's just go to the top one. And it's a little pain. They pop out just like that. Alright? So matter of fact, let me get a pry bar over here and get this bottom one. Of course, this is the difficult one. There we go. Pop that right out, just like that. Got the transmission fluid coming down, which we expected. Now, let's get us a pair of vice grips. We got a hose right here. And you see this duct tape they got on the hose. The hose is not leaking. The customer thought it was leaking from the hose, so they put duct tape on it. And actually why? I don't know. They put duct tape on. Why'd you do that, James? Alright, let's go over here. Squeeze this clamp together. These clamps that I hate. And I'm going to try to turn it so I can get to it better. Alright, should have been able to turn it right there. Nope, gotta turn it a little bit more. Turn that so I can get to it better. Alright, now let's squeeze it and get that clamp back. Okay. Now we should be able to pull that hose off. And of course, we're going to lose some antifreeze. And what I'm going to do, matter of fact, let's get the antifreeze bucket over there. Alright, pull this hose back. Oops. Make sure our condenser stays up hooked up. So no problem getting this hose off here. There we go. Now, our radiator should get away from our lines over here. Looks like it's caught on these flaps that we had to take off from that frame, but that's okay. I just folded it in. Get that folded behind the condenser. Just like that. Okay. Let's pick it up. Man, this thing ain't gonna get off it. You know, this thing is all right here. So what we're gonna do is see these clips over here, those two clips. So let's get those out of the way. Yeah, your guess is as good as mine while they do this mess. And I'm about to... Wait a minute, don't I got some new clips? I think so. So I'm gonna break them things off. Okay, got that out of the way. All right, there we go. There's our junky radiator. Look at that opening, man. Look at that, man. Dang it. All right, let's go get our new radiator and match them up. Again, the radiator should come with a bag with a lot of clips in it. It should come with all these new little clips in a bag. And especially, it should come with new fittings also. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, we got the radiator. I don't like the fact that the box is open. That's not a good sign. And look, this is not the standard tape. So I don't know, maybe the customer opened it up to check it out. But down here. Yeah, maybe he did, because this has definitely been opened up. Yeah, look at this. I do not like that at all. And these clips should not have been in here. So I'm not sure what's up with that. Okay, let me get a pair of snips and cut this off so we can look at this radiator and see if it got any damage to it or anything. We'll be right back. All right, let's cut these strips off over here. You notice I got the old radiator up there, so what I'm gonna do is match them up side by side to make sure everything's okay. And okay, it goes like that.
But that looks...
Huh?
Oh.
know, these clips are not, these are not supposed to be in here, but they are. I'm not sure why, but I don't know, looks like this radiator one time was tried to be put in or something. But oh well. Let's check the other side, the other fins and all. You want to go across these lines. That's where the antifreeze goes through. And if you look right here, this radiator's been hit. You get a close up of that. I don't know if that's a hole in there or not. No, it don't look like a hole, right? But it's definitely been hit right there. Does it look like it went through or not? Just like it's just marked.
Maybe just marked.
Alright, but something did go across that.
Yeah.
Alright. Look at the rest of it. You know, guys, if you're gonna have a mechanic put in your parts, you better make sure it's good, because there's no guarantee whatsoever. You know, put this radiator in, if it starts leaking, that's just tough dookie. And sometimes dookie can be tough. I know, I pick up a lot of it. Because Sylvia make me. Don't be hitting me, don't be hitting me. Alright, let's stop playing around. We gotta get this car done. Alright, so we noticed they got these clips in there already. Maybe it came like that, maybe it was used, I don't know. But what we need to do first is, you see on the old radiator, we need to take off these little mounting bushings. Just like that. Like that. Both of them are the same thing, same size. Let's go over here to our car. Alright, what you want to do, just set them down into the, and you notice how they are, right? The part, that big part right there, that's going to face downward. Face down, just like that. Make sure our lines, make sure everything is good, out of the way and all that. Alright, let's go over here back to the radiator. We'll be right back. Alright, let's take off our caps right here. Okay, make sure everything is good. Then we're going to pull out our little plugs right here. Now you notice, see how the new ones, they already come with that clip and all. See that? And that's all that line do, is just pops right in there and seals. Alright, let's take our new radiator over there and go set that in. Be right back. What the heck are you bugging for? What? Beer. Alright, I want to carefully set our radiator down in there. Make sure our lines is out of the way. And make sure it sets right inside those little grommets. Oops. This one. Okay. Set right down into them grommets, right there. Just like that. Alright, next. While we're here, let's start bunking up. We're going to start with our bottom line right here. And that's all we have to do. Now see, right now that line is going in crooked. So I might be in the way, because what you want to do is make sure that line goes in straight and snaps right in. So I'm going to make sure that line goes in there. Let me get our other one out the way. And it might be a good idea to take off this, you know, just so we don't mess it up. Let's take this off right here, like a 10mm bolt. Instead of me sitting there fighting it and all. Alright. Take that bracket off of there. I'll put that on in a minute. So it gives me a time so I can really set this line in there and make sure it's going in straight. And you want to make sure it goes in and it's going to snap right into place. Okay, it looks like that snapped right in too. Alright, looks like that snapped in. Let me make sure. Let me try the other one up here. These are some pains. Yeah, there we we go. Yeah, that's snapped in. All right, both of them snapped in. Now let's hook back up our bracket. Little brace right here. Put our 10mm back in place. Be right back. All right, got our lines in. I put our bolt back in. Now what we're gonna do is bring these little retaining clips up. That holds them clips in place, and that's all they do is just snap right on there. Just like that. All right, so let's get both of those done. Now before we go ahead and get that hose up there, let's get our condenser set back up there in place, so we don't have to worry about that. And you can see those clips down there. And what you're gonna do, let me get this camera set up for you. We gotta lift the condenser up, and then we gotta get that condenser hooked onto those clips. Okay. We got two sides. Put a little pressure on it to bring it down. All right. All right. You see, we got both of them lined up, which is great. And let's get us a little screwdriver here, just to make sure. Yeah, that's lined up right there. And this one over here is lined up. Okay, that's that. Let's go get our bolts to hold that into place. Matter of fact, I think we over here. Yeah. I mean, even though we got those bolts, I ain't worried about those. Let's get this. As you can see, this one has an R written on it, the right side. So we're here. Okay, and then we go to our old radiator, get it off, and put the left side on. Right back. All right, what you're looking at now is about to put on that lower radiator hose. So let's grab that hose, hook it on. And now let's get our vice grips, and we're going to bring that clamp forward, get it past that line. Okay, then we can get to the other side. Put it on. Nice and lined up. And there we go. You got that. Now remember, if you look anywhere, man, they tell you to disconnect, remove the condenser, and have to recharge the system. We just saved the customer some money by doing it this way. It comes out pretty cool. All right, next step. Before we do anything else, let's get our fans set in. Let's go get the fans, and I'll be right back. All right, here's our radiator. Let's get our radiator.
The fans.
Oh yeah, fans, yeah. See, that's why I got civvy.
Funny.
All right, let's set them down in there. Now, on the bottom of the radiator, there's slots. See these right here? There's one on each side, and they set down on the radiator. There's a slot right here, and over here, there's a slot right there, right below that transmission cooling line. That bottom half sets right into there. So, bring that down in there. And make sure it sets in there. You see it fits kind of tight, but don't worry about it, it'll get in there. Alright, there we go. Now, in my pocket socket right here. I remember I got the 3 bolts. We got 2 bolts on the top, and the other one goes at the bottom to secure the transmission cooling lines to the fan assembly. So let's get these bolts started first on the top, because those are the main ones. And of course, this is not giving me such a good time. Okay, that's one. I'm gonna get the second one in, and then I'm gonna put the bolt in at the bottom. And then we got our clip for the top. Be right back. All right, and I still got my clip. I got my bolts in by hand. Let's go over here and start over here. Get this bolt. Now I want to make sure my radiator is flush with the fans. Okay, and this one is way down here. Okay, now notice our little clip up here. Remember that. Now there's a little ledge on that right there. That faces toward the fan way. And what we do is just hook that on, snap it right into place. All right, let's move on to the next step. We'll be right back. All right, next. Let's get our fans hooked up. We got this little clip right there. We just stick inside there. Plug up that fan. Then we got our little clip that we unhooked over here. Let's hook that back up. Plug that fan up. All right, over here, it's pretty much set. Now, let's go up here in the front. We got those little brackets. And that secures the condenser to the radiator. Got 2 of them up here. All right. Wow. This is a job, man. This is a job. All right, next, when we come back, we're gonna let's go get our big bar that goes across here. All right, we'll be right back. All right, we have our bar. Let's take our bolts out of here. All right, and I noticed to take it out, we had to like pick it up and put it out this way. So we're gonna do this thing, go reverse. Okay. I want to make sure we get this in the place it was before. And that's not lined up right there. Because everything looks pretty lined up over there. Now you notice how it can slide back and forth. Now what you want to try to do is look for some kind of old markings on the frame to show you where that was at. Okay, get my 15mm good air gun. I'm gonna tighten these up. Well, 15mm universal socket. This socket's coming apart, man. What the heck? All right, 15mm swivel 3/8 drive. All right, we'll be right back. All right, we got our bar bolted up. Let's go ahead and get our little holes from our expansion tank. It goes up under here. And as a matter of fact, I did remember this clamp is messed up. So I'm gonna take this clamp off and we're gonna get us a new clamp. Okay, but before we do that, I want you to come around this way. Now if we look at our line right here, let's start off from right here. Like, okay, we got a clip. Okay, we're like, what the heck does this go to? Then I remembered. Over here, remember we had to unbolt our windshield washer fluid tank. So let's put our bolts back in there. Got a bolt right there, and then we got a nut up here on the top. And then we got a nut way over here, down in here. And this clip holds this fender well into place. So I'm gonna get those tightened up, 10 millimeter, and we'll be right back. All right, what I got here, I got a 10 millimeter swivel, 3/8 drive with about a 12-inch extension, and my adapter to turn it to a 1/2 inch. Let's go in here and bolt these up. I see you heard that because that's the nut up there and it bottomed out, so I have to use a deep 10 millimeter over there. And I probably got to do the same thing over here. Matter of fact, let me stop this around, just go ahead and get it. All right. Alright, now we got a little clip right here. Let's make sure that little center part is pushed back. And right over here, this is where it was at. Push it in, and then we're going to lock that centerpiece right in there. That's done. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, we got us a new clamp right here. Put it on this hose. Hook it up. We want to make sure, because the cap goes on this, so you want to make sure that the clamp is not up like that. It'll be in the way. You want to make sure you set that down in a way that it won't be in the way of that radiator cap. Tighten up that hose. And don't go super Hulk on it. It ain't got to be, you know, that tight. You break that thing. Then you'll be asking me how you fix the neck on it. Alright, there you go. Next in line. We got our 2 brackets that's going to hold our radiator in place. So, remove our 10 millimeter bolts that we put in there. Hook it up. Put it down. Okay. Just like that. Alright. Let's tighten them up and we'll be right back. Alright, next, let's get our bracket. This is big brace over here. And so notice how I'm doing it, hooking it up. And then bring it down. Alright, let me get my bolts over here. 4 10 millimeter bolts. Now as you put these in, where is it at? Where the heck those clips go? Alright, these clips must have fell out of here. Let me find out where these clips are. And I'll be right, well, there they go. I see them inside there. Dang it! Alright, let me get a magnet and get these clips out of there. Be right back. Alright, got my magnet and got them out. You can see we got them in there. Let's start our 10 millimeter bolts. And then we got the other 2. I got to new cardboard, man. It's right up under here. That one looks like it's a hard time coming out of there. That's like right there at the bottom. Yeah, ain't nothing the air gun can't handle. Alright, that's cool. Let's get those tightened up. let's go to the top first. 10mm bolts. And I got my 1/2 inch to 3/8 drive adapter, 10mm deep socket. And you can see where the circle is up there. So that's how you know where the, because this thing moves around, so that's how you know where to line that up at. Make sure to line up, because then your hood won't close right if you don't. Alright. I'll just bring it down just a little bit, because this one and that one, see, that one's off a little bit. So I'm going to move that over. Just like that. Tightened up. Tightened up. And we go in here and get these bottom ones a little bit. Good. Great. Matter of fact, we can actually bring our harness up here, because this hey, that one plugs right into there. And this is alright. Let me get a wire tie. I'm gonna put 2 wire ties, one right here and one right here, because it looks like the harness is supposed to go inside there. Alright, but before we do that, let's go back up here on the top, get our computer, set our computer back in that little slot that belongs to over there. Done. Move our connector to our mass airflow sensor out of the way. Then over here we got a little cover. Let's get that in there. Down. Done. Alright, let's get our little cover right here and get this on. Alright, let me set the camera up, be right back. Alright. Get our thing in here. It goes down. Connect our hose. Okay. Plug up our mass airflow. And then we're going to go over here and lock back up our clips. 3 of them. Dang it, there's... Oh, it's way over there. There it is. Okay. Alright, we'll be right back. Now you know what I'm gonna do? I forgot to take off this, put this hose on, and we still gotta get this old hose out of there. Alright, so what I wanna do, I wanna take this back up, because it's gonna be a lot easier for me to get that on this side of the way. It's fairly easy to come up, so I'm not worried about that. It's very easy. Alright, now this hose right here, what I'm gonna do is just pretty much get my vice grips, and if I can, I'll break it, but I'm gonna lean it downward, so just in case you don't lean into a way that it don't get in the way, go down into that inside there, the hose up. You heard me break it, so this should be ready to come up out of there. It's not. Let's try another way. There we go. Break that. Get that out of there. And just in case, I'm gonna shake that downward. Alright. Now, I do not like these clamps at all, and that one's ready to snap back in place. So let me go see if we can get us a new clamp for that. The old-fashioned way. Right back. Alright. There's our clamp. I did happen to find me a clamp, which is good. So I'm gonna carefully take this one off. I don't want this thing to snap. Snap back. Get rid of this clamp. Alright, and the clamp I'm using, I'm liking because it's got a little dimple on it, so it locks in place. So I'm gonna put the clamp up there, and we'll be able to see everything right here, because there's our upper radiator hose thing right there. So we want to just put our hose on. Not a lot of pressure at all. Put that right there. Now that's a 5/8 We can see we can get that right there. 5/16 on 8mm. And what I got here is my 8mm deep. What is this? 12-inch extension. And then we'll just reach right in there. Tighten that clamp up. Bingo. Now let's get our, we got our rest of the thing right here. We're going to throw this away. Now let's get our air cleaner box back on and all. All right, we'll be right back. All right, we're back in the front. Got a little bar right here. And what we're going to do, got 2 wire ties right here.
Okay, I'll do it right now.
Let's get these things hooked up. Alright, that's one. That's 2. And we might as well, while we're up here, let's plug up our hood switch. Plugged up. That's good. Alright. Let's go get our bumper. if you want to call it that, man. That bumper ain't got no kind of metal to it at all, man. Alright, let's go get our bumper. I'll be right back. Alright, got my 8 bolts to the bumper, if you want to call it that. And I got a little piece of paper. I'll show you what I mean, by what I want by this little piece of paper. What you do, I'm going to start pulling off little pieces. I'm going to put it onto the bolt. And now that ain't going to work. Get a little bit thicker here. You got to make it thick enough where it can hold that bolt just slightly, just like that. Alright, and I'm going to show you why in a minute. Let me go get our bumper, and I'll be right back. Alright, here's our bumper. Now, you notice how there's 5 holes here. You see that little center one? If you look right here, it's a little hook. There's one on each side, so that's all you have to do is go up there and hook that on. That's going to keep that bumper right in place. Then, the piece of paper with the bolt, you're going to use that. Now, I want you to look inside there because you can see where the old bolt used to be at. So you're going to use that as your alignment. Alright, so what we're going to do is just go in here. And we're just going to start the bolts. Alright, so I'm going to get all 8 of them. Again, get a piece of paper. Or a thick piece of paper, fold it up, put it on the edge of the bolt, and that holds right into place. Alright, so let's get all 8 in there before we tighten them up. We'll come back. Alright, see you in a minute. Alright, just noticed something here. On this side, I'm on the passenger side now. If you look inside there, there's no slot adjustment for those holes in the back. Let me stick my finger back here. See that? That's just a regular round hole. So it looks like as long as you get this side lined up, bolted in, that side automatically lines up. That's cool. So, oh, forgot my paper, see? But good thing it's right there. So, let me get the rest of them in there, and we'll be right back. Alright, we're good to go. Got our air gun, 13mm socket, deep with the 4-inch extension. We're going to go in here and just tighten them all up now. I'm gonna do the other 4. We'll be right back. All right, before we get the bumper and all this other junk back on, let's get our little 5/16 8mm self-tapping screw. This self-tapping screw holds in the AC lines up against the radiator. Now, if this is your vehicle and you want to leave it out, that's fine and well. And actually, I recommend actually leaving it out because that's bolted into the radiator, and any kind of stress on that radiator, especially a plastic, it can crack. I really don't advise putting it back, and I shouldn't even be putting this back because, I mean, honestly, the lines are tight. And actually, you know what? I'm not gonna put this back because I do not want any tension pulling on that radiator. Now, if the radiator was metal, I might consider putting it back, but I'm not gonna. I'm just not. Just not gonna do it. So y'all can fault me all you want, but if your radiator start leaking, that's your problem. But so I'm leaving this out. So let's go get the bumper. We'll be right back. All right, here's our bumper. Now, before I do that, let me show you something with this bumper. We took that 2 bolts off. We got right here. You see these little, actually little studs right there. What they do is just set into place right there. And we're gonna use those to make sure we hook it up right onto the bumper. All right, let's go over here. Oops. All right. So, you see that right there, and you see up here, this is where it's going to line up to. See that right there, the little slot? It's going to go in there. And actually, it looks like we can, no, what the heck, that one goes right there. So I don't know what the heck they're doing that for. I have no idea what the heck they're doing that for. Alright, so let's pick this thing up. Barely going on right there, and then I'm gonna go in here, still not enough, and look, I want you to look over here now, because you gotta make sure that thing goes over that and into a clip right there. It's right inside there. Make sure it's inside the clip. Go on this side, and let's go back over here. Forward like that. When you go up here, you make sure these bolts are all lined up right here. Got one right here. Over here, let's push this into place. Oh, we didn't hook up this one, so we gotta back this up a little bit. Alright, there we go. Alright. Starting to look like a car. Alright, let's go get our bolts and I'll be right back. Okay, by hand. Let's go to get our bolts started. Got one over here. Two, and then we got the 4 right inside here. Now these might be kind of, now the ones over here on this side we can get to. And this top one we can get to, but the ones on the bottom might be kind of difficult to get to. So what I'm going to do here, let me see, make sure this one is in there. Now I gotta use my short 10 for that. My shallow 10mm. And what I'm gonna do is get a piece of paper. Matter of fact, it might hold just like that. Alright, now come over this side. Ow. And what I'm gonna do is have my socket in there. Push down with my air ratchet. Lining up where it's going. And gotta make sure it's not lining up. There it is, now we got it lined up. And I'm gonna do that to the same thing with this side over here. Alright, let's tighten up all 6. We'll be right back. Alright, I forgot, dang it. See the green connector right there? I forgot to plug that up. And it would have been a lot easier to do it right there. So I'm gonna go from I do it from underneath. If I can reach it. Yeah, figures. There we go. Let me put it right there. All right. Now I'll tighten them up. I'll be right back. All right. Now we got our two 10mm bolts and our two 10mm nuts. Now what I'm gonna do? Let's see if we can show you from over one of these sides right here. No, you can't really see it. You're gonna have to go from underneath. We're gonna put those two bolts back up there to hold the bottom of this bumper into place. All right. So what I'm gonna do is go up under there, and I'm gonna start by hand. And just to show you again where they are, get up under here. All right, there they go right there. You can see. And we got one down there. So what we're gonna do is reach up there. And this is off. I'm gonna have to get that on there. Then we're gonna get our bolt in there. All right, so we gotta bring that back a little bit. So I'm gonna loosen up them, take off them bolts from the front bumper. Let's see if I can. There. Get that thing up there and get it in there, okay? Be right back. All right, got those in there. Now we got our little clips. And actually missing one here. These are crummy clips. And over here, these clips hold this fender well up. What we do is just push the clips in there, snap into place. And actually these aren't supposed to, some of these aren't supposed to be in here. Alright. Alright. Let's go out to the other side and put these in, and when we're done with that, we're going to the next step. Be right back. Alright, we're ready to put some antifreeze in this before we even continue further. Now this system you do have to bleed. Now over here, you see that little screw right there? And what you want to do is take loose the screw on the top. It's a 7mm. And you want to loosen that up all the way. And if you want, you can actually take the screw out. But you want to loosen it up till it's really loose. Now as we start pouring antifreeze into here, it's going to keep bleeding out. And when you see a nice little stream coming out of there, shut it off and close it up. So let's go get the antifreeze and we'll be right back. All right, what we have here, the customer got some Dex Cool Prestone, and you notice extended life. It does not say whether it's 50/50 or it doesn't say whether it's concentrated. But looking in the back, we looked at the directions. Directions said drain it, fill it up, and add the rest with water. So we're going to assume that that's concentrated. You know, yeah, whatever. Let's put this stuff in. Hey, wait a minute. This might be mixed already because half of it's gone already. I mean, it's not half of it gone, but the cap is already off. The seal is gone, so I'm not sure if he mixed this already. So let's just start pouring this in. And we're going to continue to pouring this in until it comes out that bleeder valve. So it's going to take a little bit, so we'll be right back. Alright, we're still putting the antifreeze in there. It should be any moment when that starts coming out of there. Not yet, huh? Wow, this thing's taking a lot of antifreeze. Still draining down. So make sure this thing is. I just took the screw out so you can see it better. we got 4 more antifreeze in it. We'll be right back. Okay, we're still waiting for it to come out of there. There it is. Once you get that out there, go stick the screw back in. And this screw is not really tightened up tight, so don't go crazy. So let's get our 7mm. Just that. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, we're about to put the radiator cap on. But then I noticed it. Look at this. See how shiny that stuff is? See that? If you look in any manual, it tells you to never put any kind of sealer in this system. And it looks like we got a bunch of it in there. So I got a feeling this might cause future problems. I'm not sure what. You know, never use the sealer. You know, these used car dealerships will put it in there to stop a leak. Then you'll be stuck with the problem later on. So let's get this cap on. Finish putting this car together. We'll be right back. Ain't got record on. Maybe we'll take the thing off. Alright. Next, let's put our cover on right here. You notice that, see a little tab sticking out right there? It goes right inside there. So you want to make sure that goes inside there. Bring it down over to the oil cover. Oil cap, and put our cap. Let's put our cap on. Put our cap on. Turn it clockwise. Lock into place. All right. Now we get our shield over here. Let's put our shield on. All right. Looking good, guys. Looking good. All right, we go over here. Last thing. Oh, we got a little cap. Oh, that goes in my compressor. I thought that was it. Let's go over here. Put these tabs, put these things in there. Now, remember 2 of them, these 2 didn't have nothing in them. It needs a bunch of them because that's all messed up. So let's get these in. Be right back. I forgot to tell you guys, check this out. Let's put this on the ground. These ones that you push the little tab in, what you do is take your hand, pop that out like that till that tab comes out. You do that with all of them. Because what you're going to do here is once you pop it out, let's take one over here for instance. Stick that, along with that tab's gotta be out. So you want to place it in there. You know, this thing gonna bother the mess out of me, ain't it? Alright, there we go. Pieces out. Push it in there. Pull it to it flat. That's it. Alright, let's get the rest of them in there. Right back. Alright. Last but not least, we got all our clips right here, and this is kind of shabby because some of these clips, a lot of these clips are missing, and I got to talk to the customer about this. We need some more clips because we got to put this shield back right here, and this shield actually has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 clips on it, you know, and as you can see, and half the clip's not even supposed to be here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 holding this on. So there's a good possibility this thing can start to rattle, and I ain't liking that. So I'm gonna put this on, but I'm gonna let them know about that because we need more clips. We got to go to the dealership. We got to get more clips. So this half of them are, you know, this one ain't gonna hold in. That's garbage. You know, these clips definitely need to be in there. All right, let's get this back on. I'm debating on whether I want to put it on because I don't want it to rattle around cause any problems. And what's bad about this is, you know, when you got these over here, and they would support the bottom of this fender well right here. See that? They support that. But we got to get more clips before I put that on. Man, this leaves me in a tough spot, cause you know, I'm gonna put it on and then I'm gonna let them know. We got to get more clips. Got to get a lot more clips. All of them. All right, right back. All right, we up in the car. We're just gonna get this thing up here and get these clips into place. Alright, let's get this thing up in here and get these clips. Be right back. Alright, there we go. Got our shield in place, but there's a lot of clips missing. We gotta tell this customer, man, we need we need all the clips. Put them up there. Make sure this thing is nice and secure. I mean, it's up there pretty good now, but alright, guys and girls, there you have it. This job sucked.